Welcome to the Rooftop episode. I'm your host, Sean. You got my co-host, Cody Conkle. We got the special guest in Nickel Fritz, and we got the drink runner and my brother, Chris. How we all doing today?
Doing great.
I'm doing all right.
And
oh,
Chris?
yeah.
Okay. Chris won't do much talking here. But anyways, let me just get you a background of this show. So Cody and I, we know nothing except for sports. That's all we know in life, so that's all we're going to talk about. We're going to mainly talk about football and basketball because those are the only two we really know. Otherwise, that's it. In today's episode, our first ever episode, it's going to be about the mock draft in 2 days and this upcoming draft coming in 3 days. I do want to get you guys some background. We are both big Eagle fans. We fucking hate the Cowboys. How about it, Cody?
Yeah, fuck Dallas.
Yeah, and ask Nickel Fritz how much he knows about sports.
I know nothing.
Good. Okay, so that's just how that's going to go. And my brother Chris, who is our drink runner, currently left. That's not surprising. He's a big 49ers fan. Huge fan of Reuben Foster's arrest. What do you think of that arrest, Cody, before we start the draft?
Well, I think he made some poor decisions.
Yeah, I mean, he beat the fuck out of a girl, but whatever.
Arrests are generally because of poor decisions. I feel like that's generally how that goes.
Yeah, right. Anyways,
okay, there's exceptions. Cops can be wrong.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Anyways, so just to let you guys know, I will be picking even, and Cody will be picking odd.
So I got the first pick.
Yes, you got the first pick. So you will be the guy who's going to pick the Cleveland Browns' future bust. Anyways, as far as our sports knowledge and a little bit about us, we were both high school football players. All state! Just kidding. And we actually did play an NFL football player, Alex Anzalone, who now plays for the New Orleans Saints. They beat us 50-0. Our only loss that season. And that's about our knowledge. You know, we talk about sports every day. There's not much going on in life, so why not make it into a podcast? What about it? What do you think, Cody?
Fuck it.
Yeah, alrighty.
Well.
Let's start it. So with the number one pick, who do you got?
I got the Cleveland Browns taking Josh Allen. And why do I have that? Because he can throw the ball really fucking far.
Yeah, and actually, I'll be honest with you. I am big on the Josh Allen pick. I think 5 years from now, he's going to be the best quarterback in this draft. I think that Sam Darnold's he's an Andy Dalton-like to me. Maybe he has a couple good seasons, but you're going 9-7, 10-6, give or take every year. Baker Mayfield, I don't like his height, but that's just me. And Josh Rosen, I do like, and I'll get to that later. But as far as the number 2 pick, now this is the scariest thing in the world. As an Eagles fan, I do not want Saquon Barkley going to the New York Giants. Why? Because he will wreck defenses for the next 7 years. With that being said, teams don't pick number 2 in the New York Giants every fucking year. So I'm having them going to take Sam Darnold. Even though I just shit on him, I think he could be a good player to develop, wait for a year or two under Eli Manning. And that's the reason why I have him going, and they get a quarterback for 10 years.
Well, fuck, should I cross him off my mock draft?
Hey, you're on the clock.
With the third pick, I think the Jets are going to take Baker Mayfield because I hear that that's who they're going to take, and that's what I got. Plus, he's not from USC, so that's a bonus.
Okay.
That's good enough for me.
Mark Sanchez, you don't want that.
Okay, so as of right now, we got 1, Josh Allen, 2, Sam Darnold, and 3, Baker Mayfield. Those are the first 3 quarterbacks taking. And with the number 4 pick, I'm going to switch it up. If the Browns, look, they get their starting quarterback, okay? Now, they do have Tyrod Taylor, but I would say that here, take the best available player. What the hell are you doing?
I'm going to write down their names.
Okay. So the best available player and the best player in the draft, you got to go with Saquon Barkley. Listen, I know running back position, it's devalued in the NFL, but when the Dallas Cowboys selected Ezekiel Elliott with the 4th pick of the draft 2 years ago, they became a playoff team. They will now compete for the next 5 years solely because of Ezekiel Elliott. So you're going to tell me that the Browns will add Josh Allen, who, you know what, give him a year to develop, and then you're going to get the running back in Saquon Barkley, the receiver Josh Gordon, who the fuck knows, as long as he's not smoking marijuana, he's good, and Jarvis Landry. You now have a formidable offense, and don't forget that rookie tight end from last year, and a decent O-line. So things are starting to look up. That's why I have the Browns taking Saquon Barkley. Who do you got number 5?
I got the Broncos taking Quentin Nelson out of that one college he plays for.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. And John Elway's going to take him because they need to protect Case Keenum. Because the last time I saw Case Keenum play, he played like a sack of dog shit, and I was never more happy in my life.
Back at that Eagles NFC Championship game. I understand that. But, okay, that's a good pick. Quentin Nelson, 12, 15 years from now, he's probably going to be in the Hall of Fame. Well, 12, 15 years, he's going to be retiring. So 20 years from now, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I agree with that. He is very well the best guard I have scouted since 2001. Okay? So, that is why he should be taken number 5. Although it's not a sexy position. Not much you can say about it. Guard, but guess what? They're now getting paid $55-60 million. How about that, Nick?
Yeah, I don't know. I think number 5 is a sexy number.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about $55 million.
I can't even imagine that amount of money. That's just can't even.
You can't even. Like a white girl. Look at Nick being a white girl. His girlfriend would be proud of that.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, with the number 6 pick, back to it. I'm going to take the third best player in this draft, Bradley Chubb. Why? The Indianapolis Colts have the worst defense in the NFL. They do. Okay? So, their defensive backs fucking suck. But you're going to get them a pass rush, makes defensive backs better. They still suck. You can add that later in the draft. But you're now getting a star player. And you got 3 second-round picks coming up. This is huge for them. This is huge. Donald Trump, we do not support. All right, you go. Number 7 with the Bucks. Who do you got?
All right, I got them taking Derwin James, the safety from Florida State.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, why do you have him going that early?
Well, because, he's from Florida. Tampa Bay's in Florida. It's an obvious connection. Plus, they took James Winston. He's from Florida State. Maybe he wants one of his ex-teammates on the team.
Okay, but as far as fit, why do you have him?
Because I honestly don't know who plays for Tampa Bay's secondary.
Well, T.J. Ward and Chris Conte. T.J. Ward's
That's
gone.
Enough for me. Lock it in. Derwin James going 7. You heard it here.
You heard it here at the rooftop. Oh, and real quick, about our background, we are filming this on the rooftop. Anyways, of our house. That's where we came up with the idea. I drank 2 bottles of wine. Cody had about 8 beers. I almost fell off of it, broke his glass. And it was fun, but we now know what we want to do for the rest of our life.
What happens if this draft that you are drafting up happens to be 100% accurate?
I'd shit my pants.
And I want to be surprised at my expertise.
Oh, but of course. All right, so only the what are you doing? Odd numbers? Only the odd numbers end up 100%. That's what's happening.
Well, I got the even numbers, you dumbass.
Well, all right, I can't count, so never mind.
Well, yeah, the odd numbers are going to be right.
All right, we're losing focus. Oh, and by the way, if anybody wants to call in, you can't because it's a podcast.
Touchdown!
Anyways, as far as number 8, so my original draft board, I had Quentin Nelson going there because it would have been the perfect fit, but Cody had him going to the Broncos. So if I am the Chicago Bears and you got a young quarterback in Mitchell Trubisky, you got a young tight end in Trey Burton, who I think is going to be a top 10 tight end in this league. You signed Allen Robinson, huge signing. You got the 2 running backs, and then you're also, at this point, you don't know what you're going to get out of Kevin White. I'm not sure. Cody's not sure. Nick has no fucking idea.
Absolutely not.
But at the very least, it's potential. So I would almost roll with that because you have Cameron Meredith coming off a knee injury, which is promising.
I heard he was on the Saints.
The Saints?
Yeah.
Didn't they match his offer?
I think that's what Dolan said.
Okay, well, maybe I fucked up. I guess we'll have to look into that. Nick, on your phone, can you look up Cameron Meredith's?
Cameron what now?
Meredith.
Cameron Meredith.
Yeah, wide receiver. And as Nick is looking up that won't change my draft pick. I am going to get the Bears a linebacker because it's time for them to bring their defense back. Remember those 2000 Bears? Or those 1980s, Mike Singletary, Ron Rivera.
Yeah.
Leslie Frazier.
A lot of successful head coaches.
I just want to know which team he works at.
Which team he's on?
Yeah. Currently. So with my pick, I'm getting Tremaine Edwards out of Virginia. To be honest with you, I think he's going to be the best. I think he's going to be the best linebacker in 5 years. I think this guy's an athletic freak. He is 6'4", 253 pounds, give or take. That's exactly right. And he can do everything on the field. He can hit the run. He can cover the pass. He's an outside linebacker. And I believe with their coach, they're going to run a 3-4 defense. So I'm going with Tremaine Edwards with my number 8 pick of the NFL draft.
By the way, your buddy there, Cameron Meredith, must be a member of the Holy Land, as he is a New Orleans Saint.
New Orleans Saints, you dumbass. Anyways, my mistake is still...
my sources are right.
Okay, well, you know what? We all make mistakes here and there. So let's go with number 9. Cody, who do you got the San Francisco jailbait Niners taking?
I have them taking another linebacker in Roquan Smith. Alabama linebackers have a good track record of staying out of trouble.
Their linebacker went to Alabama, and it was the guy we were talking about, Reuben Foster.
Oh shit, he did good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, that other guy that the Raiders drafted that one time, he got in trouble.
Yeah. What was his name? Was it McLean? Something McLean?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, remember when that he drafted? We had to be like 14 years old, and, you know, we think the Raiders are this laughingstock organization, and then they took a fast guy, and we laughed because we thought it was so Al Davis taking the fast guys, totally overdrafted. And the guy sucked. Anyway, so with the number 10th pick, the Oakland Raiders. At this point, they're going to get the best player I think left, and I think they're going to repeat what they did last year. Get Denzel Ward, cornerback from the Ohio State Buckeyes. With him and Garrett Conley. Now, Garrett Conley didn't prove anything to me, but apparently he has all this potential. And Denzel Ward, you're getting 2 fast guys on the outside of this miserable defense. So I got him going there.
All right, for my next pick, this is where mock drafts, this is where we fucking collide. I have the Dolphins taking Sam Darnold, not because he's going to fall that far, but because I feel like they're going to trade up, or the Bills are going to trade up.
Okay, but in this mock draft, Cody, you can't take him because he's gone.
So I'll just have him taking Josh Rosen if he falls that far.
So Rosen. And now I just want to clarify something. I do not think Josh Rosen's going to fall number 11. Me personally, if I had odds, I would have had him going to the Jets. But Cody wanted Baker Mayfield. I totally think that's a solid idea. But Josh Rosen goes 11. Okay? So number 12. This is where the Bills get fucked. They have 2 picks. Now in this mock draft, we don't trade.
They're definitely going to trade up. So
yeah, they will definitely trade
really
up.
Matter.
But, yay. This is why we're doing it. Anyways, so number 12.
This pick does not matter.
I'm going to say that they get Lamar Jackson because they don't have a quarterback.
What fucks up my mock draft?
Now, if that's going to happen, no, I don't think they go. I don't think they get Lamar Jackson. But at this point, with the no trade draft we're doing, Lamar Jackson 12 to the Bills. And the Redskins are up. Cody's
all right, I got him taking Daron Payne from Alabama. Pretty sure they took a Alabama D lineman like in the last year or two, so why not double down?
The Redskins.
Yeah.
Well, they did have Josh Allen. Hey, Chris is back. Everybody say hi to Chris.
Hi, Chris.
What's up?
Yeah.
You bring us more drinks? That was your title.
Oh, yeah, that's not happening.
Oh,
Anyways,
right.
can I get a glass of wine?
Get fuck yourself.
All right, there's our fucking... All right, Nick, give me a glass of wine for me, man.
Alrighty,
All right, Chris already resigned from his job in the first episode of the Rooftop episode.
Jen never got a contract.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we don't have any money. Anyways, so, Cody, who'd you take? Daron Payne from Alabama with the 13th pick?
The run defense is shit.
Okay, I can respect that. Now, with the 14th pick, I did have Derwin James going there, and Cody actually had him fall or taken with the 7th pick. So, I'm going to take the best available player in this, and at this point, if this is how it goes, I will take Minkah Fitzpatrick from Alabama.
You have Fitzpatrick falling to the 14th?
I just want to let it be known I do not have Minkah Fitzpatrick falling that far.
Okay, and that's fine, but you didn't take him. And that's the way we had this mock
He was going
draft.
to John Gruden's team.
He was going to Gruden. Okay, I can understand that. But the reason I make a Fitzpatrick going is, listen, they just traded a defensive back to the Cleveland Browns. This team is going over a whole new defensive philosophy with Mike Patine, or however the fuck you say that guy's name. as their new D coordinator. I think Micah Fitzpatrick will bring them problems. You got Taha Clinton Dix, Quentin Rollins in the defensive backs. Sam, I forget his fucking name. Anyways, with the 15th pick, who do you got with the Cardinals?
Fuck, you fucking took Lamar Jackson, so fuck it, Mason Rudolph.
Okay, so you got why do you got Mason Rudolph going there?
Because Sam Bradford's a piece of shit, and Mike Lennon is fucking derpy.
Is this your 6th quarterback taken already?
Yep.
You have 6 quarterbacks going in the top 15.
6 out of 9.
Yeah.
6 quarterbacks, 9 non-quarterbacks. I like it.
Well, that's just the way.
Knowing
the NFL
nothing
goes.
about football, that kind of makes sense to me. Isn't the quarterback one of the most valuable members of the team?
Ah, look at that dumbass speak.
Hey! Everyone plays their role.
Anyways, so Cody's got the Cardinals taking Mason Rudolph. You know, I don't mind that pick.
I didn't have him taking.
No, you did. You just said it. Did he not just say it?
I did not have him taking. I have him taking Lamar Jackson, but you.
Okay, but this is our mock
fuck
draft.
whoever.
I have evens. So,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Anyways, as far as that makes sense. Sam Bradford, you know, he injures his knee. He's getting paid $15 million.
He's trash.
Plus, they need a future. So maybe Mason Rudolph's good to sit for a year.
Probably not.
Okay.
Sit behind Mike Lennon.
Mike Lennon. Yeah, there's our drink runner who already resigned from his position. Fucking Mike Lennon. He probably won't make the team. Anyways, so number 16, the Baltimore Ravens. At this point, I'm going to say they're going to do what their GM always does, get an Alabama wide receiver in Calvin Ridley. Makes sense. I think we can all attest to that.
I actually have that. So.
Yeah, there we
job.
agreed on something. And the reason I have that is, listen, the Ravens wide receiver staff, or core, sucks. Yeah, they just signed Michael Crabtree and the guy from the Saints, but Rashard Perriman, bust. Mike Wallace, gone. Jeremy Maclin, gone. They need more receivers. That's what it comes down to. Plus Willie Snead and Michael Crabtree, they're not in the future more than likely 5 years from now. So Calvin Ridley, you get your number 1 receiver. There you have it. Who do you got with the Chargers?
I'm taking Vita Vea, and pretty much because he's just a typical Charger they'll take. He's from Hawaii. Closest thing to Hawaii is San Diego. And I'm pretty sure they need a nose tackle, so it just makes a lot of sense.
You know what? I admit, I like that pick. Vita Vea, I could see that happening.
I got a question here. Being a novice to NFL and how this whole thing works, Cody's been talking a lot about distance having a factor in who they pick and draft. Does that actually work in the NFL? Or if you get drafted, do you move, pick up your family, and change lifestyle because of who you're playing for now?
That's a good question, Nickel Fritz. So what I would say is, in the NFL, when they're drafted, they're from ages 21 to 22. So
That will pretty much go wherever.
Yeah. So, like, maybe 23, 24. The likelihood, they got kids and
Brandon
stuff.
Weeden was 28.
Okay, but Brandon Weeden was, like, one of, like, 6 guys to be that old. All right? So, thanks for your intake. Yeah, thanks. Oh, by the way, we drink Ham's beer because we're broke. But come follow us on the Rooftop episode. And
Maybe
we'll
we can
some
afford
money.
better beer.
Yeah. Yay, beer.
Totally not sponsored by Hams. Definitely not. That's a disclaimer right there.
Nope, no free ads.
Anyways, that's a good question, Nickel Fritz. And I would say that if you have kids, sure. If you got a girl, guy, whatever you're into, sure. But as far as moving, they just get an apartment. But a guy like Carson Wentz, he's 25 years old. He lives in, I think, Jersey, is from my understanding. And then he, in the off season, he probably goes home to, what is it, South Dakota or North Dakota?
North Dakota.
Yeah, same thing. North Dakota. So he shoots his guns, and then during the season he's living in Jersey. So they usually have 2 homes: their home and their apartment at their stadium, at their local team area.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just connecting the dots.
For what?
Bullshitting around.
For all the cool pictures he's drawing.
I didn't draw a
What are you
single...
drawing over there, Cody?
I did not
Look
draw
at this. This is
a
how
single
much
drawing
my
anything.
co-host
He's
is into.
connecting
I have-
the dots.
He's connecting the dots.
I have written down names.
You don't get the show. Not stolen by Dan Lebatard at all. Anyways,
Who the fuck's your 18th pick?
Okay, so the Seahawks, this is obvious. You lose the Legion of Boom, okay? So you're down corner and Richard Sherman. Why not revamp it? Josh Jackson from Iowa, the second best cornerback in this draft.
I like it. Is he 6'3"?
Josh Jackson's height would be 6 foot 196. So he's a little smaller than their
I don't
average.
know.
What do you got with the 19th pick?
I got the Cowboys taking Cortland Sutton to replace the recently released Des Bryant. I'm pretty sure Cortland Sutton's like 6'3", and I think Des Bryant's 6'3" last time I checked. I don't know, and it just makes fucking sense. Like, no reason to even describe any more than that.
That is literally your detail for every pick you have.
It just makes sense. I'm over here knowing nothing about football, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just like, okay.
The only logic I would say you gave there, Cody, is Des Bryant got cut. But why Cortland Sutton? Why not a guy like DJ Moore? You know,
I
who's
don't know.
rising up the draft stock.
I didn't watch the film, so I really have not much information to put into.
Yeah, that's good for the show. We got
Kind of
listeners
bullshitting
making
around, spitting some
That's
names,
good for the show.
spitting some hot takes. I don't know. Kind of works with Skip Bayless.
Yeah, well, Skip Bayless, he's a fraud. You heard it first from the episode. The Rooftop episode. Oh, no. You don't get the show. Anyways, so with the Cowgirls taking Cortland Sutton, I'm going to have the Lions listen. I'm going to sound maybe like a copycat here, but every mock fucking draft I've seen Darian Geis going to the Detroit Lions, running back from LSU.
Oh, shit.
Why? You know, I'm not impressed with Darian Geis. I don't think he should be picked in the
I
first
actually think
round.
his name is Darius, guys.
Whatever the hell is the guy's name
Darius.
is. Probably going to be a great
Pretty
pro.
big
now that I
deal.
messed
Let's
his
not
name
act
up.
like fucking Roger Goodell calling people Marcus Mariota. Let's at least give these guys the respect they deserve. Can we at least do that?
All right. Darius Geis going number 20 to the Lions. They've had the worst rushing offense in the NFL. Now, I'm going to give you a couple hot takes here. One, why Darius Geis doesn't make sense. You just signed the Garrett Blunt, okay? You have a ground and pound running back. What Darius Geis is. Why not get a Sonny Michael or whatever the guy's name is, or the USC guy from Ronald Jones, I believe his name is. The guys who are more of scat backs. But with that being said, they have two scat backs in Theo Riddick and Amir Abdullah. What do you think of that?
I have no thoughts on the matter. I'm just going to nod and say, yes, sir.
Alrighty. Well,
Why did you ask the football novice? I'm here to learn, not to have opinions. I don't have opinions because I don't have the knowledge, which is why I am here.
Because I'm expecting you to,
I don't know. Maybe you learned something by now.
have takes. We're at
It's
number.
only been
we're
20 minutes. I haven't learned enough
we're
yet.
at pick 20, Nick. Pick 20. Anyways, Darius Geis from LSU will make sense because LeGarrette Blount's on a 1-year deal. And at this point, he just goes 1-year deals, wins Super Bowls, trucks a couple people, gets 750 yards, makes $4 million, and that's it. So get your future in Darius
Yeah, I was
Geis.
thinking him.
Okay, so you got that?
I'll agree with it.
Okay, all right. You heard it first from Cody Kunkel. We'll agree with it. Anyways,
It's not my mock draft. I'll agree with it.
okay. It's not your mock draft. 'Cause, yeah, you're right. I got convinced. Anyways, you're up.
With that Bengals at 21, I got him taking Leighton Vander Esch. And I know he's a linebacker. And I saw on NFL.com that they need a fucking linebacker. I really don't know what the Bengals need. I think they need a new head coach, to be honest.
I'll be honest with you. I did not have him going in the first round. I'm not
I don't know.
huge on him.
It seems like a 4-3 linebacker to me, and I know the Bengals run a 4-3, so
Yeah, he's
yeah.
6'4", 256
Can you
pounds.
pick a new coach in the draft? Is that
No.
part of the draft?
Well, you
No,
can't trade
no.
your first round pick. I don't know. The Bengals seem pretty content with being mediocre. So
Can we
I'll
petition
at least
for a new
respect
coach in the draft?
I think everybody's already petitioned on Mike Lewis. He's the second longest tenure coach in the NFL.
Oh, wow.
Never won a playoff game.
Pretty
Never
suc-
done anything.
it. Pretty
Wow.
successful. Pretty successful kid.
Quite the legacy.
Yeah. Number 22, I have the Buffalo Bills. So they already get a quarterback in Lamar Jackson. Now, with Kevin Williams being, 100 years old, I'm going to have them take defensive lineman Tavon Bryan from.
Oh wow! I can swap my picks. So fuck it.
Okay, so Tavon Bryan's from Florida. He's 6'5", 291 pounds. They run with Sean McDermott's defense 4-3. Now, I don't know if that matches that, but
Probably.
Yeah, so he gets that. Anyways, who do you got with number 23 with the New England Patriots?
Well, I actually had them taking Taven Bryan, but since that was taken, I'll just have them take who I had the Bills picking, which is Mike McGlinchey.
Now, that's a player I expect to go higher up. I just want to say that. That is our first offensive tackle taken in the NFL
I know,
draft.
I kind of forgot about him doing this mock draft, so I just have him falling here.
Okay. And
for
the record, it'll probably be a top 5 pick. Anyways, with the number 24th pick, I'm actually going to have a little shakeup here. The Carolina Panthers, their team's up for sale. We don't know who's buying it. Whatever.
Maybe Kaepernick.
Yeah, Kaepernick's. Yeah.
And Diddy.
Yeah. And Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But
Maybe them.
I'm going to have Harold Landry go here. Let me tell you guys something. In 5 years, here's my hot take. Harold Landry will be the best defensive end in the NFL. Okay?
I don't know. I think Derek Barnett will.
So, yeah, you're biased. Fuck. So that's who I got. The Carolina Panthers taking is Harold Landry. You're up, Cody. 25.
All right. Tennessee, Rashawn Evans, or is it Rashawn? I can't read my handwriting.
Raekwon, come on. Let's give the guy some respect.
I'm pretty sure it's Rashawn.
You know, let's at least get their name. Oh, yeah, it's Rashawn Evans.
Well, see, we got the name.
Yeah.
Showing the respect.
And I got that.
Rooftop respect.
Yeah, exactly. And I got him going there because Mike Vrabel, he played linebacker. So I think his first draft pick is going to be a linebacker.
Okay, but he doesn't run the draft.
I don't care. He's going to make sure he gets a decision.
Okay.
Because you know what? The GM hired that
They did just lose, I think, Avery Wilson, so I could see that pick happening.
Oh, shit, yeah. See?
Okay.
I had no idea about that.
As far as 26 with the Falcons, I think everybody knows that they need a guard here, so I'm going Willie Hernandez. It was a huge problem all year. I could see them doing a wide receiver, especially because we do have some talented receivers left on the board, but I think that need last year was so big with the aging and the injuries and the retirement from the year before with one of their players. Could have just supposed to be on his fucking draft board. So I got Willie Hernandez going 26 to the Atlanta Falcons. You're up, 27.
Well, shit, I had Mason Rudolph actually going the Saints, and I have no idea.
All right, we'll go on the fly.
I don't know what the fuck their needs are. Let's just go, let's go with Darius Leonard. Linebacker, I think, is what he plays. I don't know what the Saints need. I'm kind of, on the spot.
See, I don't like that pick at all.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because last year they drafted Alex Anzalone. They signed Manti Te'o.
Well, he's injured, and he sees a girl. He sees
okay, what about that AJ Clean or whatever from the Carolina Panthers?
He's a backup linebacker, playing as a starter.
I want you to repick that. 27. Who do you got?
Darius Leonard.
Darius Leonard.
It actually makes more sense to me now that I think about it. Now you mentioned all the linebackers, it just makes so much logic.
Okay, and who is Darius Leonard?
He's a linebacker that I had going to the Jaguars. So I know they run a 4-3. So that's about all on that.
Okay, so as far as 28 with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let me tell you, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers for a second. I hate them, okay? I hate them. I can't stand them. And I hate them because of my friend Sleaze. Shout out to Brock Linebaugh, our man. Anyways, every year Sleaze tells me that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl, okay? Because they got Antonio Brown, the best wide receiver. Le'Veon Bell, the best running back. Ben Roethlisberger, the top 5 quarterback in the league. Juju Smith-Schuster, the up-and-coming star.
Well, now, I don't know a whole lot about football. I gotta admit, but I have heard a whole lot about football. I've heard some things, and some things have stuck. Now, one thing I've heard about the Pittsburgh Steelers, the reason that they win so many times is, there's 2 divisions, right? What are the 2? The
NFC, AFC, and then you're in your own division with 4 different teams.
Right, so which side of the
AFC.
NFL is the Steelers on the
AFC, Nick.
I've heard basically that all the other teams suck on the AFC, which is the only reason why the Steelers have a chance. That if they
Plus the New England Patriots.
That's pretty accurate.
That is... He gets the show! He gets the show! Everybody clap! Woo! Yeah. Good job, co-host Cody. Anyways, as I was saying with 28 with the Steelers, now rest in peace. Well, not rest in peace, but Ryan Shazier. It's a terrible injury. You know, and that's why it's big to teach your kids how to form tackle. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's tough to say.
What happened to him? I don't know.
Well, Ryan Shazier had a brutal injury where he can. What the hell is Cody doing? We're having
over there on your side.
My draft literally fell apart.
Yeah.
It's all wet.
So-
Why is it all wet?
Let's just give you guys a background of this show. As far as the rooftop, we drink as much as we possibly can and however long this takes us. So, looks like Cody's had about 4 drinks and he spilled his beer all over his draft board.
I think
So
it was
that's how that
celebration.
went.
I mean, it's not necessarily that you're drinking as
Yeah,
much as you
hopefully
can.
NFL
It's not like
teams
it's a game, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we want listeners
you're
to know.
casually enjoying while you're having this conversation.
Yeah,
That's
casually
what's
enjoying. By the end of the
Honestly,
episode,
that's-
we hope that we're on the ground in a ditch laying somewhere.
I-
So they
that's
can pick
the
us up. They're
entertainment
responsible.
happening.
Yeah. Anyways.
The injury. You were talking about the injury.
Ryan Shazier, who I personally, if I were him, I would never play again. Because, you know, he's still, from my understanding, he's still not walking. He has some movement. But he wants to play again. He's a warrior. He also likes money, I'm sure. So maybe that's why he wants to play. But
motivator.
yeah, no, when you got millions of dollars. But he got injured, and now they have a hole because he was probably their second or first best defensive player in the league. So I would expect them to replace him. But with that being said, a lot of linebackers have gone. And I think they have to go offensive line here. So I'm actually going to go with Colton Miller, the 6'9" guy from UCLA. Protect Big Ben. Give him a couple more years. You already have a lethal offense. Excuse me. Let's make it better. Who do you got going number 29, Cody, with the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Well, I lost my pick with theirs, so now I have no fucking clue. I'm going to go with the next best receiver. That's the 4th rated one. As soon as I find his name.
DJ Moore? Or Christian Kirk?
Oh, wait, yeah. This draft doesn't have DJ Moore yet.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. DJ Moore.
Okay. So,
Congratulations, you're a Jaguar. Blake Bortles is going to be throwing passes to you.
anyways, if you listen to the Bleacher Report podcast in Sims and Lefko, they have Blake Bortles as the 65th rated best quarterback in the league.
Pretty good.
So, yeah, starting material. But what do you like about that pick with DJ Moore?
Is he the fast?
DJ Moore, yes, he has huge upside. He's only 5'11", 215 pounds, but he is rising up this.
So he's fast.
Yeah, so he's fast. Right? So that's why you have him now going there?
Yeah, I just made it up on the spot.
Okay, with the
Pretty sure
Vikings.
they lost Allen Robinson, so yeah, fuck them. And Allen Hurns, so yeah, they're taking him.
So here's the thing: the Vikings with the 30th pick, they just signed Michael Kendricks to a long-term deal. Okay, my apologies, I had the wrong Kendricks. It is Michael Kendricks' brother, who I cannot remember his name for some reason right now, probably because of the wine. But they signed Kirk Cousins. They have a couple receivers in Treadwell. I'm just kidding. He's not really their receiver. It's Stephon Diggs and who's the white guy?
Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen. Okay. They have a tight end and Kyle Rudolph, but their offensive line's always been a problem. Okay. Kirk Cousins was signed big money. They have a top 5 defense. They have a lot of weapons. They got a running back coming back in Dalvin Cook and Latavius Murray backing that up. So why not? Let's go with offensive line. Now, with this pick, with this offensive line, I think this is a huge upside potential. Maybe a lot of people have problems with what he did his senior year, but I'm going with Connor Williams, tackle out of Texas.
What do you do?
What do you mean, what did he do? His senior year, he didn't play well.
Oh, okay.
He failed. That's what.
And who do you got your New England Patriots taking, Goody?
Well, originally I had him taking Orlando Brown, but since this is now they took a fucking tackle with their 23rd pick in this draft, I'm going to have him taking Marcus Davenport, a guy I just heard of today. Pretty sure somebody had mocked him going to the fucking Patriots at like 23, so I'm just going to...
You know, this is a guy... Here's my thing with Marcus Davenport. This is a guy that people have going in the top 10, some of them, like the 49ers and the 3-4 defensive end. And we actually have him falling 31 to the New England Patriots.
We got a good mock draft.
Here's my thing. Bill Belichick is a fucking genius. So he gets his tackle, which he lost Nate Soldier. he gets his pass rusher and Marcus Davenport. Watch out, NFL. Here we go again. The New England Patriots are back in the Super Bowl.
To lose.
But with your number 32nd pick of the 2018 draft, the Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. What is their biggest weakness? Let's all talk about this right now. Goody, who do you got? What would you say you want to see? I got the control. I'm the GM. You're the assistant GM. And Nickel Fritz?
Yeah.
You're nobody. Anyways,
Yay.
So, Cody, who do you want to see with the 32 pick and convince me why they should take him before I say it?
You know, I started thinking about this today, and I thought they're pretty much all in on this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think right now their biggest need, probably a nickel corner. Out of all the positions on the team.
So why do you say that? They have Rasul Douglas.
Well, they lost Patrick Robinson. He was the only guy who could play
Sidney
nickel.
Rice, Jalen Mills.
Sidney Jones.
What about him?
You said Sidney Rice. That's just tall.
Oh, my apologies. Damn, that's 2 mistakes. Okay, so Sidney Jones, would have been a top 10 pick last year if he wasn't.
Well, we don't know what he is yet. They might. I think they'll probably, if they can pick a corner in the first round, I think they'll trade Ronald Darby, get like a 3rd round pick back then. That day.
I would agree with that, but I don't think that's what they're going to do.
See, that was your second mistake for this episode?
Yeah.
So, third strike and you're out, right? That's
That's out. I only got one more pick, so I can't make a mistake.
Cancel the show after that.
Anyways, Nickel Fritz, my apologies, that's not his real name. Anyways, what would you like to see out of the Philadelphia Eagles? Now, I know you don't like football that much, or you don't know football. Let me clarify myself before I make another mistake and I'm out, and I don't get to pick the Eagles. But what position would you take as a non-football knowledgeable guy?
Position on what exactly? You talking about football position on the field?
Yeah.
So, okay, are you
What would
asking
you
me
do? What would you do?
if I was playing?
Okay, and if you were picking.
That was picking.
Picking the pick, okay? And let me tell you this right now. The Eagles don't have a bunch of picks. There's 7 rounds of what we just did. We did this first round. There's 6 more rounds of that. But the Eagles only got 5 picks. That's the lowest amount of the NFL. Now, you could trade back, get more picks. You could pick the player you want. What would you do at this point, and who would you pick?
I think the only thing that I could say is I think that the defense actually needs some improvement, just from a little bit I saw. So, I mean, I would work on trying to replace or enhance the defense, but I'm not sure exactly how you would do that in this, construct.
No, and I understand that take. I mean, we have the top 5 defense in the NFL, but I like that. I like your assumption. I mean, from a non-football knowledgeable guy,
From an NFL novice.
He's just saying get better. Well, you're both wrong. I'm taking Sonny Michel out of Georgia.
See, I would have taken Darius Geis, but he's not there.
And my reasoning is he's going to be the best running back in the league. Why? Because he plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. 1. 2, he is he's kind of, you don't want to call him a scat back because, he's very large. Scat backs are more of little guys, but he can cut an open field. Nobody can get him. He's good at juking, spinning, all that. As far as they have Jay Ajayi for 1 more year, but I don't think he's the long-term plan. 1 more year left on his deal. They got, he's got knee problems. I'm not huge on that player. I think he's good for a season, but that's it. Darren Sproles, he's
not even
100 years old, not even on the team. You're right. Corey Clement, good 3rd down back.
Future All-Pro.
Yeah, I think we could see him play 5 years with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Probably 10.
And
probably be the best running back in the Eagles
I just think that Sonny Michel is maybe the best pick they could do at a 5'11", 214-pounder from Georgia. And that concludes our mock draft.
Nailed in, 100% accurate.
100% accurate. You heard it first at the Rooftop episode. Any final words from my co-host, Cody Kunkel?
Fuck no. I don't like talking.
And Nickel Fritz, what did you think of this first podcast? Just talking about it.
I thought it was a lot of fun, actually. Unfortunately, just because I'm also terrible with names, and I was unable to put any face to any of the names you mentioned. A lot of it sounded like gibberish to me, but I could see that there was quite a lot of knowledge in this collective. The Rooftop. The Rooftop is very knowledgeable.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
And I think I learned some things.
Will you be back?
Maybe. I mean, again, like if I had the chance, if I had a free schedule, open free schedule, I would be back for every episode because I'd be excited to learn. Unfortunately, life doesn't work that way, so I don't know if I will be able to. But if I had an open and free schedule, I would definitely be back.
Okay. And folks, Nickel Fritz will be back. I will let you know that. Anyways, I'm your host, Sean McManama. We love you all, and good night.